Well, thanks for tuning in to India Market Close and expiry plays out here. Right, almost the joke going right now is that Jane Street is back. But be that as it may, just look at the kind of correction that has happened in the last 15-20 minutes of trade, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Not a very high level or not a very drastic.
So there are some good spots and stories there that we can see. And we'll go into all of those details as well. But first, let me welcome on Ajit Mishra, SVP Research at Religare Broking. Ajit, great to have you on the show, and thank you so much. Always a pleasure to speak with you. Let's start with the kind of reversal we've seen from the indices. Like we were saying, is this Tuesday turbulence we should get used to on weekly expiry?
Yeah, good afternoon, Tamanna. So yes, it seems like that new beginning, because the way we were seeing that markets were, gradually inching higher in continuation to yesterday's move. But the moment we went into the second half, the entire tone reversed. It seems like that bears are still not in the mood to lose their control. Means we have tested 100 EMA, we have crossed that mark for brief. We have tested 20 EMA as well, but we couldn't sustain. So it seems like that consolidation is more likely in the near future amid all this new changes that we are seeing on the expiry front.
Okay, so what would be the outlook on the index? Would this be a time to consolidate a bit, or be a bit bold, going for a longer position? What would you do on the Nifty?
So for an index, I believe that consolidation is more likely, because banking, if you see, Ramanna, the main reason of underperformance, in the recent past was the decline in the banking. So now we are seeing some stability at around the long-term averages, 53,600 in the banking index. So that could cap the downside, and at the same time, we are seeing that the consumer-facing sectors, be it auto, consumer durables, FMCG, they are seeing noticeable buying interest on every dip. Other than that, thematic, like you were just mentioning, that today it was sugar, day before it was paper, and in fact the PSU pack are also offering. So maybe consolidation in the index, but sector-specific, theme-specific move is something that traders should be focusing on.
Okay, and what about specific stocks that you're liking? What will be your picks this afternoon?
Yeah, so the first recommendation is going to be from the FMCG basket, Godrej Consumers. So if you see that the stock has been hovering in this band 1150 to 1300, again we are inching towards the upper band, and the kind of price action alongside with the volume, this indicates a potential of breakout this time. So with stop at 1240, one can go long in Godrej Consumers at current levels. With 1350, 1380 is a position target. Another stock that we like from the consumer durable basket is Voltas. So almost like 2-3 months of consolidation, which has finally ended. The stock has also reclaimed its major averages. So the price action combined with volume and supporting indicator all indicates this potential recovery or reversal to continue. And 1560 is what we are eyeing in the immediate future. So with stop at 1380, one can accumulate Voltas also at current levels.
Okay, so Voltas, consumer durable, very clear consumer durable play, and makes sense also because tomorrow is the big day in that sense. Your GST meet is going to begin tomorrow. You will have an outcome, Neeraj, I think, and some clarity maybe by 4th evening.
Yeah.
More likely than anything else, because it will be a 2-day meet, and typically that press conference and that announcement takes place in the latter half of the day. So maybe 7, 8 is when you will know. So I reckon you will see an actual reaction from market side if it's not already priced in by the 5th morning.
Yeah, and difficult to call at, Tamanna, you're right. I mean, this pricing in for sure, but just the fact that the market after a day and a half of a gain is starting to pull back as well shows you that the market wants to be not firmly committed to either side. At least that's the sense that you can get right now from the screen. Now, whether this changes by tomorrow is another question altogether. The Nifty Bank is the interesting one, because that is the one that is really plummeted, 0.76% lower as we speak. Ajit, just very quickly, I mean, would you take, since this index has just plummeted, would you take a short trade on the banks right now?
So Neeraj, that is what we were discussing, that banking underperformance is definitely a major challenge, but now we are trading at the long-term moving averages in the banking index. So 53,500, 53,600 zone. Last time we saw that in a couple of occasions, banking index has respected this level. So we believe that yes, there could be a possibility that intraday we might penetrate this zone. basis the kind of pressure that we are seeing right now. But on the closing basis, I think you should wait and then see whether we breach this mark decisively or not. Otherwise, there could be a potential recovery which could help the index to inch towards 54,500 before any meaningful decline.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the, even though indices have come off the way they have, let's talk about the sector of the day, and literally has to be sugar. I mean, you pick up a sugar stock and...
So sugar is something which is in flavor. Ajit Mishra, any of these that you'll be tracking?
So, Tamanna, the major concern is that they are very cyclical in nature, and within this space, most of these stocks, they are either trading closer to the 52-week low. But among the performers like Balrampur Chini, AE, Parry, Triveni, I feel that in case if there will be any further dip after this initial surge, because most of these stocks, they are gradually drifting lower as the day progresses. So maybe close to around 560, 555 zone is something that one can look to accumulate Balrampur, with 540 as a stop loss, and for this swing 600 to 620, that should be our upside targets.
Okay. And the other set of companies that have done really well today are the tire companies. So Seat, rock solid, zooming higher. JK Tire even better than that, 6.28%. MRF 5.83%. So some very strong moves here by the sugar companies, the tire companies. Excuse me. That's the second bucket in addition to sugar and in addition to defense, which has done smartly well today. I was trying to think about reasons, Tamanna. Couldn't think of too many. I mean, sure, crude prices are subdued, etc. But could it be that if indeed auto demand is going to go up, then almost every ancillary has to do well, and because tires haven't moved thus far, you see tires now making a move?
I think that's the logical one. I don't know if there is more news of GST incidents as well that is coming in, which could be the reason that tire stocks are going up, and generally also I think auto Ank and auto, the whole space is buzzing. That is definitely one of the reasons that we are seeing this kind of an excitement coming in. I'm just wondering if the next couple of days is going to be very, very crucial for that entire space. And I just want to pull up some of the auto stocks overall and the Nifty Auto. Let's go through its buckets as well and take you through what's happening there. Nifty Auto has actually managed to hold on to some extent, and it's MRF which is leading the charge there, Ashok Leyland. So you're saying that it is some of these ancillaries that are doing more than anything else on the Nifty Auto, not so much the two-wheeler players. In fact, on the two-wheeler players, Ajit Mishra, let's get your view on what are the two-wheeler favorites that you have penciled in.
Tamanna, no doubt, TVS is leading from the front. Means the stock is trading at the record highs. Post this, gap up, we are seeing gradual positive tone continuing. But now with the catch-up move unfolding in the other stocks also, Bajaj Auto is something wherein we see potential of a catch-up move. Means it's been almost like 6-8 months of consolidation, followed by a very tight range consolidation around the major averages, and then a breakout. So we feel that close to 9,600 to 9,700 is something that the stock has potential to test in the near future. So from the trading point of view, with stop at 8,750, 8,600 zone, one can accumulate Bajaj Auto at current levels for the index swing of roughly around 5 to 7% from the current levels.
All right, we'll take a very short break. What are the big stories today, this afternoon? We're talking about tires, we're talking about sugar stocks. We're going to have a conversation with the Sugar Association after this break and see if this is really going to be a sweetener that lasts. All of that when we come back. Stay tuned.